Good day, everybody, and welcome back. We're going through session 12 of the Aerois campaign this week. It is raining outside, and I can't really cut the audio for that, so if you hear it, then I do apologize. It's a tin roof, and there's not really much that I can do about it at the moment. Anyway, getting straight into things, the session started off with a recap of what Ayla had been doing during the events after she left. She was apparently directed towards a place known as the Broken Spear Wood, in which an elderly wild elf named Cormac lived. He tells her that the tartan she carries is a piece of history and is apparently from a long-dead clan. He doesn't know much and suggests trying to find a historian or even checking out the ruins nearby, the ones that are along the northern road out of Rosehall, as she might be able to communicate with the elven spirits there and see what information she can glean from that. What he does know, however, is that they were apparently among the Leyland, or however Mark pronounced it, which was, I believe, the original four elven clans, one of which apparently had control over lightning, much like Ayla did, but they mysteriously vanished overnight during their conquest against the Remnant and those of Starbane's forces that remained on the lowlands of Aerois. After which we cut back to the others, who chose to go back via the northern road to Rosehall, moving at a slow pace due to Lucius's leg. Along the way, Ophelia insinuates that the Brookstones are involved in the bandit attacks, and it is later revealed that the Goliath was indeed the cause of it, which I believe I had stated I thought was the case in one of the previous episodes, I don't remember which. Either way, their travel went uninterrupted until the final night, at which they were camping nearby the Elvish ruins. Lucius took the first watch, and he was distracted by said ruins, as he thought he saw a beautiful elven woman, who was glowing and dressed in white, walk past a window. He woke the others up to tell them about it, but they just didn't really care. Upon arriving in town, they sent one of the Harvest Guard to get Merrick, pleading with him to go urgently and to not spread word about them having Ophelia with them. They explained what went down to the field warden, but he needs evidence before he can arrest Brett. They discuss at length what to do with arresting Brookstone, as they don't have much evidence besides for the note, but it is perhaps enough to charge them with kidnapping and as an accessory to murder, which is punishable by, I believe Mark said, 30 years in prison or lifetime. It was something like that. It was just after they were told this information that they heard a crowd building outside, a large majority of which appeared to be miners, along with Brett, who was both armed and armored, and looking mighty pissed about his daughter being taken. Reassuring Val, they followed Merrick outside to confront Brookstone, who, as you would probably guess, immediately and quite aggressively demanded the release of his daughter. During their confrontation, Brett admitted to hiring the Goliath, stating that Valor was worth just a pretty penny. And Quill mentioned Finn, thus provoking him, and causing him to rally the workers into a frenzy after the party had attempted to turn them against him. Nova then tried to use suggestion to get him to back down, but he resisted, and that threw the encounter into initiative. Quill opened up, provoking Brett further by telling him that if he surrendered, then they would show him where Finn is. Sentry used her channel divinity to immobilize Brookstone, but unfortunately he breaks free soon thereafter. Quill blasts him with a guiding bolt, dealing a hefty blow before he was almost felled by a critical hit from one of the workers with a pickaxe. At which point, Valor burst out of the building, barraging Brookstone with a flurry of magic missiles. Ayla fended off his attacks, barely managing to take him down in a single hit. Soon after, Nova manages to get the fighting to pause for a moment, still distressed and uncertain, at which point Wendy shows up, making the workers hesitate and begin to back off. Quill intends to prevent Brookstone from dying, but Val has other plans, rushing forwards with her knives, planning to take him down finally. The Bard barely manages to fend her off as Arvel stabilizes Brookstone, ending the initiative. In the aftermath of the fight, Nova and Lucius visit the Sunbringer, who does indeed offer to teach her the Heal Minor Injury spell, causing both of them to burst into tears. Torval also mentions that there will be a messenger coming through town soon, saying that he often carries glass eyes and other such prosthetics. At which point, Quill reveals that he'd rather not see any other Aarakocra, as he has lost his wing and he feels a little bit jealous towards them. They go and get Lucius's leg fixed, but unfortunately Nova is not a high enough level to learn the ritual at the moment, needing to be level 5, as it is a level 3 spell, so she's close, but still 2 levels off. While they're there, Quill gets his destroyed eye removed to prevent infection, and it gets covered with an eye patch made by Dasa the Smith. As the session winds down, they discuss what they're going to do going forwards. Aerois states that she wants to communicate with the spirits at the Elven ruins, and she manages to convince Nova to want to go there as well. They also discuss what to do with Vala, as she is quite powerful but still volatile, and doesn't really understand how to control her powers. Arvel also offers to buy the Thunderstone pistol off of Quill when they get to Goldthrone, and he describes a mage arena, which sounds like a gladiatorial arena where it's just mages involved, so sorcerers, warlocks, wizards, fighting against each other, slinging spells. It sounds absolutely amazing, and I hope that they find some way to participate. That night, Mara catches up with the party, and it is revealed that Brett was working for someone known as Lady Vale, who was immediately interested in Valor, and offered 10,000 gold for her capture. She also apparently operates out of Goldthrone, so it's going to be a little bit more dangerous than we might have first expected once they get there. And thus ended Chapter 2 of the Aerois campaign. Oh boy, a lot happened. Jeez. Apparently Chapter 3 is just going to be their travels to Goldthrone, so I guess we can expect a lot to happen over that period of time. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, let me know. If I missed anything or I overlooked anything that you think is important, then please also let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I might see you next time. Cheers. Bye.